In this video, we're exploring 3 half-day adventures in La Fortuna, Costa Rica, which get you up and out to experience Pura Vida. If you're planning a trip and looking for things to do, our list includes 2 of the most popular activities and 1 on the road less traveled. Join us as we venture out into the rainforest in 3 unique experiences around the Arenal Volcano, each with a very different perspective on the landscape in La Fortuna. Now, let's grab a bottle of water and head out. Welcome to Travel at Random. We're Trevor and Ryan. This channel started out of a love of travel. We're here to share unbiased and self-funded trip reports, hotel and flight reviews, and travel advice. We hope we inspire your next getaway. Check out our playlist in the description and browse the channel. If you enjoy this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with our latest content. Thank you for watching. Now, let's check out our list of 3 adventures in La Fortuna. All 3 adventures today center on Arenal and take place in the northwestern portion of La Fortuna, near Lake Arenal. Located halfway between Liberia and San Jose, the 2 major airports, Arenal is the star attraction in La Fortuna. Due in part to the volcano, La Fortuna has become an ecotourism destination for its rich and exotic wildlife, outdoor activities, and hot springs. There's a lot to see and do here, so make sure to subscribe to our channel and check out our entire Costa Rica playlist. First up, let's head to the volcano and hike the Arenal 1968 lava fields. There are 3 main trailheads on the northwestern side of the Arenal Volcano. The Arenal Volcano National Park, Mirador El Silencio, and the Arenal Volcano View and Lava Trails, commonly referred to as the Arenal 1968 Trails, which is operated by a private company. The national park entrance is slightly farther south and features an out and back 3.2-mile hike with 433 feet of elevation gain to the 1992 lava fields. The entrance fee here is about $15. Mirador El Silencio is located farther north, and the entrance fee is about $10. There are several trail options with varying distances that you can choose from. The Arenal 1968 trails are between the other 2 trailheads and start on the northern end of the volcano. The main trail traverses the hills created during the 1968 eruption. The entrance fee here is about $26, and the main loop hike is about 2.9 miles long with 583 feet of elevation gain, and options to shorten that hike if you'd like. There is a private parking lot, restrooms, and a cafeteria serving tropical drinks and snacks with great views of the volcano and lake. It's a bit more expensive than the other 2 trails, but it's one of the most popular hikes. The trails for each of the trailheads are available in All Trails. We find the All Trails app to be really helpful for hiking. Although it is free to use, many of the important features like offline maps are locked to an active subscription. We're not sponsored by All Trails, we just find it useful. We did a lot of research on all 3 hiking options and decided to book a guided day tour through our hotel, the Nayara Tented Camp. This was an awesome resort. If you'd like to learn more about Nayara, we did a full review. Check it out. We put the link down in the description. It's definitely worth a watch. Our tour also included the Mistico hanging bridges, which, spoiler alert, is next on our list. We booked the day tour after researching each activity. In the end, this was our first day in La Fortuna, and we thought having the insight of a guide who could answer questions, explain the history, and provide more context to the places we were going would be helpful. The 1968 trails are about a 20-minute drive from La Fortuna. Arenal 1968 is immediately off Route 936, or the Calle Real El Castillo. After the turnoff, you'll encounter a security guard booth shaped like a mud hut. Once inside, there are restrooms and a large parking area. The ticket office is just above the parking area and on the way to start the hiking loop. We are both active and found the trail to be well maintained and easy to follow. In general, it's moderately difficult. If you have mobility or balance issues, this is likely going to be a challenge. We took the yellow trail, which came in at 2.1 miles with 400 feet of elevation gain. It took about an hour of active hiking, and an hour and a half with pauses to hear more about the eruption of 1968 and the plant life on the trail with our guide. One of the key details that our guide shared was how this was a pyroclastic flow, not a lava eruption. So the material ejected was mainly boulders of all sizes, many of which were later transported to help reinforce the dam on Lake Arenal. We got quite lucky for our hike, and the volcano was in full view. A building thunderstorm held off until we had made it back to the parking lot. We had discussed doing the longer red track, but with the rain coming across the lake towards us, we opted to cut it short and head back to the hotel. Like all things, the hike ended at a gift shop. No, just kidding. The trail ends at the Lava 68 Cafe, where you can grab some food and a drink. We suspect the weather was behind the place being deserted during our visit. But if it's a nice day with a clear view, it would be a great spot for a drink and a light lunch. This was a great hike with fantastic views of the volcano and the lake. That is, if the clouds are cooperating. If you're looking for a moderate hike and enjoy the outdoors, we recommend the 1968 trail. You can do the trails on your own or with a guide. Our guide added interesting insight in history of the volcano and plant life. Mistico Park is one of the larger attractions in La Fortuna and draws in visitors from around the area to hike through the jungle, view the native animals, and experience the thrill of the hanging bridges. The park's located about 15 minutes outside of La Fortuna proper and up a rural road near the Lake Arenal Dam. Admission is timed and starts around $32 for a self-guided tour. Group tours with a guide start around $44. The park opens daily at 6 a.m. and we recommend going early as it can get busy later in the day. Check their website for the latest pricing and available time slots. There are 20 bridges in total, 19 when we visited as the final bridge was closed for replacement. Our guide mentioned that every hanging bridge is taken down, checked, and replaced each year. 6 of the bridges are hanging. The rest are smaller fixed bridges. There are route options which can bypass some or all of the bridges if you have balance or mobility concerns. And even if you have mobility issues, there is an accessible trail you can visit. While the hanging bridges are a major draw, there's so much more here. The hike itself was what we both enjoyed the most. Our guide, who was a trained naturalist, was extremely helpful in spotting the wildlife. Through the tour, we saw coatis, red and green frogs, bats, tarantulas, a yellow eyelash viper, a range of birds, and even a full troop of howler monkeys. Having a guide was great for learning about the ecosystem and spotting animals we likely would have missed. While the bridges are cool, in our opinion, the wildlife is the highlight of the park. We highly recommend a guide who will have a spotting scope for getting the most out of your experience at Mistico Park. Here are a few things to keep in mind that will make your visit more enjoyable. Closed-toe shoes are required. Don't wear flip-flops. Bring a raincoat, sunscreen, and insect repellent. We also recommend a water bottle. It can get hot and humid in the jungle. Your opinion of this activity will really depend on what you want to get out of this experience. We saw a lot of people who were mainly interested in selfies on the bridge or in front of a waterfall, which can be annoying. Many people just walking straight through and didn't even seem to care about the wildlife, and many more who were looking for the wildlife and enjoying the scenery. We view this experience as a nature hike in the jungle that happens to have some cool hanging bridges. Mistico Park is an excellent opportunity to walk through a protected rainforest and experience incredible Costa Rican wildlife. Pay extra for either a group tour or a private guide. You won't be disappointed. Go early to avoid the crowds.
Last on our list, the slightly more adventurous activity, mountain biking along the shores of Lake Arenal. We booked this excursion directly with Bike Arenal. They offer a wide range of tour options, both hiking and biking of varying lengths. We booked the Arenal Volcano to El Castillo half-day mountain bike tour. The ride was about 16.5 miles, or 26 kilometers, and the cost was $90 per person. The tour includes helmets, bikes, transportation to and from your La Fortuna hotel, and water. Our driver and guide picked us up just after 8 a.m. from our hotel. I cycle a lot, but Ryan not so much. Ryan's first words upon seeing our very young and fit guide in his full cycling gear was, "We're in trouble." We had one other stop for another guest who was at a nearby hotel, and then we were off to our starting point. We took off from where Via 142 and Calle Real El Castillo meet. This is the same road that you take to the Arenal 1968 hike and the Arenal National Park. Our guide Andy was very friendly and asked if we wanted to stop along the ride for breaks, pictures, or information about the landscape. Our group was small and the three of us opted for a straight-up ride. But it was great that they were flexible and offered a customized experience for everybody. The weather was gorgeous with high clouds providing some shade. It was in the mid-70s. The volcano popped in and out of the clouds during the ride. The ride was about 8 miles down Calle Real El Castillo, which winds along the lake and at the base of the volcano. Ryan felt that ride was challenging with lots of elevation changes, but I enjoyed the ride and felt that it fell right in the category of moderate. The route was mostly paved with some of the sections being gravel and rocky dirt. El Castillo is a small hillside community. Andy paused here to see if anybody wanted to do a short climb, which Ryan happily sat out, opting to stay with our chase vehicle driver while the rest of us went up a challenging climb of about 250 feet in just under half a mile. I was maybe being a little overly cautious on the descent compared to the younger guys. It's me bringing up the rear. We rode across 3 picturesque streams and ended where Rio Caño Negro enters Lake Arenal. The other rider in our group decided to give crossing the river a go. This was our turnaround point. Shortly after, there was a snack break with fresh pineapple, cookies, chips, water, juice, and even beer if you were ready for it. Our adventure buddy who rode through the river took the opportunity to drain the water from his shoes. We all enjoyed the scenic view and fresh fruit. The ride back was along the same route, minus the side excursion up the hill, thankfully. The sun came out and so did Arenal for some great views on the way back. We even happened to see some coatis alongside the road. They were a little too fast to get on the camera though. Overall, this was a great way to get out, get some exercise, and see some fantastic views of the Arenal Lake and volcano. If you're less into bike rides, the trip can be customized to have more breaks, go at a more casual pace. We did the whole ride in about 2.5 hours instead of the allocated 4. If you're a more serious cyclist, let them know when you book, and they will be happy to make it more challenging.
So that's our pick for 3 activities to do in La Fortuna, Costa Rica. We really found our guides and the locals we came across to be incredibly friendly and excited to share this part of their country with us. If you're thinking of booking a trip to Costa Rica, check out the other videos in our series. Even if you're not planning a trip, check them out to learn a little bit more about this part of Central America. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. This is the best way you can tell us how we're doing and let YouTube know you enjoy this content. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next adventure.